Miracles will happen when you learn to trust yourself. If you can dream it, you can do it. Walt Disney. A drop of sunshine falls upon the barren land of faith, where we've doubted ourselves time and again, shrinking before the vast challenges of life. Trusting yourself isn't arrogance. It's listening to that quiet inner voice, the one that knows what you've endured, how many times you've fallen and risen. Dreams, in that sense, aren't castles in the clouds, but seeds sown deep in the soil of desire. They need faith, like water, like light, to sprout. When people dare to dream, they're envisioning a better version of themselves, and in that moment, the miracle begins to take shape. Like a small boat leaving the harbor in the early morning fog, we can't yet see the other shore, but we row on because we believe the sea holds meaning. The greatest limits aren't in circumstances, but in how we perceive ourselves. When faith is ignited, hands grow steady, steps less shaky, and what once seemed impossible becomes a path we can walk. The resonance between faith and dreams creates positive energy, illuminating life so that each person on their unique journey feels fulfilled, at peace, and ready to move forward. I trust myself. I trust in hard-working hands, thoughtful minds, and loving hearts. Screw it, just do it. Richard Branson. A steadfast belief in the core values of humanity. Trusting yourself here isn't solitary pride, but a deep connection between personal will and collective strength. Diligent hands create value. Clear minds light the way through mazes, and loving hearts keep us from withering in life's rush. A person standing amid strong winds, clothes flapping wildly, but eyes steady because they know the foundation they're on. Screw it, just do it. Isn't blind recklessness, but a courageous self-reminder. Don't let fear, judgments, or invisible limits hold you back. It's the moment when people choose action over hesitation, stepping forward instead of standing still. That faith infuses vitality, turning fatigue into motivation, doubt into determination. Like a small flame sheltered in the palm, as long as it's not extinguished, it can light a long path ahead. When we believe in the value of labor, intellect, and love, there's no reason not to keep going, to commit, and to live fully with our choices. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Albert Einstein. The same world, the same reality, but how we see it determines the color of our life. Living as if nothing is a miracle makes it easy to take good things for granted, assuming what's there is inevitable, closing the heart to life's small joys. Then, dawn is just another repeated morning, breath a mere survival reflex, and encounters mere meaningless coincidences. Conversely, living as if everything is a miracle doesn't mean naivety or denying hardships, but choosing to view life with grateful and awake eyes. A warm cup of tea on a rainy day, a timely handhold, or simply the ability to dream, all become quiet miracles. When we shift perspective, the world doesn't change, but our soul opens, like a door letting light flood a familiar dark room. Miracles don't always come from the extraordinary, but hide in the most ordinary moments, and choosing to believe this life is worthy of wonder helps people live deeper, fuller, finding peace right in the human journey. Peace is looking back at the years gone by, seeing rugged, thorny paths, yet here we still sit with a few small scars that have faded. A very human definition of peace, not glamorous, not absolute, but real and profound. It doesn't come from a smooth life, but from bravely facing what once hurt us. Looking back at the past, we don't see all roses, but rocky roads, falls that seemed impossible to rise from, dark stretches only we know. But the miracle is, we've passed through, not intact, not perfect, but still here, still breathing, still alert enough to remember without collapsing. Those small, faded scars are marks of wounds, but also silent medals of survival and growth. They remind us we've been weak, hurt, lost, but not consumed by it. Peace, thus, isn't forgetting everything, but remembering without inner turmoil, like a lake after a storm, still bearing traces of fierce winds, but calm enough to reflect the sky. It turns out, peace doesn't require conquering everything, just being here, able to smile at ourselves after all. And in that moment, life, with all its ruggedness, becomes more precious than ever. Don't rush. Don't covet small gains. Rushing leads to failure. Coveting small profits prevents great achievements. In a world accustomed to speed and instant results, this saying counters hasty habits, inviting us to pause, reflect, and choose endurance over impatience. Not rushing doesn't mean procrastinating or laziness, but working with care and depth, like a skilled craftsman, patiently honing every detail for a timeless work. Rushing easily ruins things, as what's not ripe is forced to grow. Decisions not fully considered are hastily made, often bringing risks and regrets. And not coveting small gains warns against sweet but short-term temptations that can derail us from long-term goals. Small gains are like flickering flames in the night, easily luring one astray, causing loss of the greater path ahead. Great things aren't built from grasping, but from far-sighted vision and steadfast resolve. The calm tone makes readers feel more at ease, choosing the slow but sure, deep and lasting path, like a river quietly flowing through the years, not noisy, but strong enough to erode mountains. Those who know patience, who forgo immediate gains, ultimately go farther, steadier, and in that conscious slowness, people find another form of peace. The peace of knowing where they're going, unswayed by fleeting waves of greed or haste.